On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment.
A moment in history. An unprecedented video statement from the head of the Federal Reserve claiming his president is out to get him.
I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure.
And this is what the battle is really all about. Interest rates have come down to 3.75%, with the Fed expected to cut further this year, but not down to the 1% the president would like.
The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation.
The president has denied any involvement in the Department of Justice investigation, which centers on a mammoth $2.5 billion renovation scheme for the Fed headquarters. The project has ballooned $600 million, something the president tried to confront Powell with last year.
It looks like it's about $3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
A rebuke the president has never forgotten.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just added.
That's our entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building. Is what that is. That's a third building.
Well, no, but it's a building that's being built.
The price of gold rose to record highs, along with silver and copper, as nervous investors sought refuge in shiny metals. Today's fight back was led by previous chairs of the US Central Bank, including Janet Yellen, who attacked the investigation, saying the US risked behaving like a flailing emerging market rather than the world's preeminent financial power. Investors worry that without an independent Fed, the temptation for presidents to push for cheap money would lead to inflation spiraling out of control, something that would undermine stability as well as markets. The irony is that Powell is stepping down in May, with Trump announcing his replacement in the coming weeks. Kevin Hassett, a frontrunner and Trump acolyte, was quick to back the DOJ's investigation.
Seems like the Justice Department has decided that they want to see what's going on over there with this building that's, massively more expensive than any building in the history of Washington. And if I were Fed chair, I would want them to do that.
The president has weaponized the criminal justice system to pursue feuds in the past, including against former FBI boss James Comey. But so far, the cases have failed to result in convictions. Trump has also tried to fire Biden appointee Lisa Cook from the Federal Reserve in a bid to dominate the central bank and its interest rate decisions. Next week, Cook's case will be heard by the Supreme Court, with investors watching what this power grab means for the independence of the bank and for the dominion of US economic might.